two. It's your boy Fat Boy Fat back with another live. We're gonna grind it out a little bit, chat, before we hit the busy end. Boy, might go to his real team. I might go back to these are my Panthers. So I need to go back to.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus
I got my team, chat.
Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And on the drop down, past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll take this to about the 28. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss left side. It's Hubbard. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Young to throw. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
All the time, player. Conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That one caught over the middle by the rookie. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Try to run for it with Hubbard. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks. It sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Young. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. It's 21. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. 2nd and 7. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run it here with Hubbard.
Okay.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. At the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Aguilar goes off in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews.
So this was a great stress test for this defense, Mike. Everybody prepares to defend a quarterback from within the pocket. But how do you defend that quarterback when he breaks the pocket? In this case, watch everybody flow. Everybody stays with the play and maintains their assignment. They get rewarded for a chance at the interception, and he comes through with the pick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hacks to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Here's the pistol snap to Young.
Give me that.
And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it up.
Let's go,
and
Chuck.
the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Jackson now on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll give it going left. There's Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air one more time with Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Jackson up top again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. To throw is Young. They'll try to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in.
Wait for this. Put that ball down the field. Let's go. I want to see your TV celebration.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the full. Brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3rd down and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. That's out to Andrews as they set up the screen. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Throwing Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Oh, my goodness.
Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down. A give right up the middle to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Jackson now. A pass pulled in by Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now, Jackson. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
So the field goal here gets you the late lead. Gotta think you want 6 when you have it first down to the goal line and in. Mark Andrews, touchdown Ravens. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win? I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Here's 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. Ooh! And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the toss, here's Hubbard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. The Panthers will take their first timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Here's Young. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. First, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. No timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short game. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. And sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson.
And that's just the disastrous outcome on that last pass. I mean, yes, you have to stay aggressive knowing you're trailing here late in the game, but you can't be reckless. Don't try to get it all back in one throw. That final pick, that might just seal the deal for their opponent.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Young. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
I think the biggest issue and why they find...
And the Ravens are going to... From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here we go. Cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Torino.
football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Come on, bro. All those pause and shit.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That turns into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 33 and a